Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be working on the next 4 prompts from the Junk Journal January challenge, which are map, repeat, newspaper and line. So I haven't got any newspaper, but I've got this page. It is a copy of a newspaper, and so I'm going to use that as my newspaper. And I have this large map. I have an atlas that's like this big, so I'm going to use that as my map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little folio, I suppose you'd call it, that will fit onto my page. So I'm going to fold this into 3. Well, how big is it? 12, 14 inches. So what's 14 inches divided by 3? That is hard to work out, so let's have a look. Calculator. 14 divided 3 equals, well, let's say I'm going to make it 4.5. Each one's 4.5, and I'm going to trim off the rest. So first of all, I'll cut the ends off, and that might make it easier. If I bring it down to 12 inches. So if I cut this off, something wrong there, isn't there? It's not very straight. Doesn't look too bad. Cut that off there. And turn it over and cut here at 12 inches. I'm going to need that again in a minute, but for the moment I'm going to go here and I'm going to score this at 4 inches and 8 inches. 4 inches and 8 inches. Yes. Alright, now I'm trying not to make my videos too long in this for the challenge, so trying to pick some nice simple projects. Okay. Right, so it's a little bit out, but not to worry. Now I want to make this the same height as the page, so I need to decide the page I'm going to put it on, so let's put it on one of these. So I'm going to mark that with my pencil, or I'm going to cut that off first. Oops. This off. Now you can make this the same height as your page. You can make it smaller if you want to. It doesn't really make any difference. I'm going to cut that off there. Right, so that is going to slip over my page like, well, it can go anyway. You can use it that way and slip that over there like that. And what I will do is I'll glue that here and here. I have a pocket here and this will flip out like that. So we've got a lot of extra space there. So that's going to work. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cover this. I know that it is a map and it would be fine like it is, but I'm going to cover it. Now this is where I could bring my paper in, but I'm not going to. No, I'm going to get some pattern paper. Okay, so these are my full sheets and these are my scrappy bits. So that would be okay for one section. They're too small. Be okay for one, and we will use another sheet. So we have to do both sides, I would say. So let's, they're 4 inches wide, aren't they? What I will do is I'll just leave a little border all around. So yeah, if I make that 3 7/8 by 8, 3 7/8 by 8. So let's cut some of those. Three and 7/8. By 8. So let's see how that fits. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to add these to my map pages, like so. I'm going to ink around them and glue them on. You don't need to watch me do that, so I'll buzz off and do that and then I'll be back. Okay, there's been a change of plans. Now, this section is going to go, or I'll show you what I've done. So that opens out like that and I've put a pocket on there. There's a nice full-size pocket there, and then, well, that opens like that, that opens like that. Then we've got a writing space here, and that opens out to 2 more writing spaces. And I've put pattern paper on this one. If you were using a normal paper page, you wouldn't have to put a pattern on there, and I'll show you why. Because I'm using vellum, you can see that. So that wraps over the page like that. That gives me a pocket here, a pocket here. Then that opens out, and see, vellum, you can see through it. So I've had to put pattern paper on there as well. But if you had a solid page, of course you wouldn't see that. And I wanted to make this journaling space instead of pattern paper in there. If you had a, you know, a paler pattern paper, you could still write on, but I wanted to have journaling space, so that's what I've done there. So I've got 3 sections covered in journaling paper. Okay, now you don't have to attach this to your page like I'm going to attach there, there and there, giving me a pocket here. You could just attach this with a paper clip. So let me just grab a paper clip. So you could simply paper that clip on there, paper clip that on there, and it just becomes part of the removable sections. If you were going to just paper clip it on there, you would want to do something on here, and probably you would do a journaling spot. Okay, so I'm going to now attach that using my art glitter glue. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to keep it in position like this, and I'm going to attach the glue here. That's the top there. Across the bottom here. Oopsie. It's not very straight. And along this edge here. And then I'm going to hold that in place and fold that over. I've got way too much glue on there. Let's open that up and make sure we haven't got any glue where we don't want it. Okay. Pocket. Pocket. Journaling. Journaling, journaling. And pretty to look at. Alright, now to embellish. Okay, so that's dry now. Now I'm going to decorate these a little. Now I'm not going for anything too bulky in there, so I thought what I might do is use my newspaper and a little bit of lace and some of these flowers. So that's my plan. And one of the prompts is repeat, so I'm going to do the same little cluster on each page. I'm going to repeat that design. So let's start. I'll just put that there and a little piece of lace. Now, do I want the lace on top of that? Not as tall as that. So yes, I think on top of that, and then a flower on that. So I'm trying not to take up too much of the writing space, but we have added a lot of extra writing space here, so we can afford to take up some of it, can't we? I could make that a little bit shorter, and that a little bit shorter, and then that on there, like so. So I think that's what I'm going to do for each one. And let's get some scissors so I can cut the lace. And let's ink around it. So I'll do this one on camera, and then you don't need to watch me repeat the same embellishment on each page. So I'll go off and do that, you know, off camera, so it's a much quicker video. I'm trying to keep my videos to a, you know, shorter length, because there we go. Put that up there more, so like that. So let's stick that down. So nothing too big, nothing too bulky, but just a little something on each page. If we wanted to, we could also add a label under there, but I think that's enough. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on this page and repeat it on this page as well. Okay, so I have done that. So we've got a little embellishment here, here and here. So I've repeated that throughout. And I have made a journaling card to go into this pocket. I've backed it with a file folder, and I've just put a whale tail tab on that, which actually lines up pretty well size wise to my notch. Okay, and here, oh, I haven't made anything to go in there, but I'll put something in there at a later date. Okay, so that's my video for today. Let's have a look here and see what's what. So map, yes, we have got our map under there. You can't see much of it, but we have got it. We've got repeat with our little collages on there. We've got newspaper in our things here. Oh, line. Line, line, line. Okay, so I think that I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a ruler. This might be a bit tricky. And I'm going to put a fine line coming out from my embellishments, just a couple. Like that, so it extends them out into the page a little more. Because I was thinking about putting a label there, but this will do exactly the same thing. There we go. So there we have line. All right, so well, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed that video. If you have, thumbs up would be great. Terrific. All right, thank you for joining me, and I hope you can join me when I post my next video. Okay, bye.